Is it ready? Welcome everybody. Welcome our new members, Donna and Ashley on the board. Everybody, oh, Edie and Melissa too. Very nice. Welcome. Everyone else is well, you're kind of. She's happy.
Trying to say we're old.
Yeah. Okay, everybody knows we're gonna leave here about 7:20 and walk over to our city hall for the information. First is to approve the November board meeting minutes. I attached them in a separate email. Forgot to attach them. Everybody get a chance to read them. Any questions? Comments? Okay.
I did incorporate the date change. Somehow I missed that.
Okay.
Okay.
I just like, so as long as you got it, that's, as long as you got to change it there in the final, because the final is what's gonna go onto the website.
Yeah.
So, do I have a motion to accept them as changed?
Are you talking about the April?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, second,
Second.
got it?
Second.
Claudia.
I just want to say a couple things. We got thank you notes from GCI, which came directly to me. So I guess I'll give this to Karen, because does she keep all their stuff that, I don't know who keeps thank you
The
notes.
corresponding
Corresponding
secretary,
secretary keeps all that?
Debbie
Okay.
Barrett.
All right, and then I also got, we got one from St. John's, the Conservation Foundation, and the Gifts of Carl for the annual donations. I gave a couple of those to Karen, so I didn't know if I'll see, Karen says she keeps the paper, but if Debbie needs them, we can give them to Debbie. Phyllis, is she on?
Yes.
Right, she did not, I don't know if she has anything to say.
And for membership, you're saying, or for vice president? No, I'm just happy to see everybody here, and should be a good year.
Is Karen on? Moving into treasurer?
Not yet.
Okay, we can come back to that. Secretary, corresponding, Tracy, do you have anything you need to? Okay, great. Moving into committee reports. Gina replied and said nothing to report under awards. However, I do need to mention, I got an email from GCI that the Bird Award has been awarded to a club. So I sent it to Karen. I copied Karen on it. I probably should have copied you as well. So I have to go back in and do it. So we owe $50, but in the email it said who to make it up to. So we owe the $50 for the report.
I thought Sharon just sends that in and then they award whoever.
Depends on if they have one or not.
She has it's like a last year we had one, but the year before that we did not have a winner. Somebody has to apply for it in a minute.
Okay.
So we got the email saying somebody won it. They didn't tell me who. That's all announced at GCI at the convention. So, but they needed a check for $50 to GCI. So I sent that to Karen and to make sure that that gets done. I think most field trips submitted a report. Does she want to say anything or no? We can just.
Yvonne, do you have
I'm
anything?
here. I just got back in town within the last half hour, but I think the field trips have been well received and pretty well attended. We've got the Lozadro Museum coming up, and then the Peabody Mansion tour. And that one does involve payment in advance, so people will need to plan a little bit. So I will just test the waters and see how it works out. But we had a really nice time at the Gregg House Museum. I think everybody was pretty impressed with I think the facility, the history, the docent. So, and again, I welcome everybody's suggestions.
And, Lori just popped in too.
Okay, do we,
Wanna go back?
Karen, Karen, are you, ready to do your report?
I am. I'm sorry. I had an
No worries.
update he had to go through on Zoom before they would let me in.
Technology.
Oh,
Go ahead.
anyways,
You're up.
a couple of things. I am still looking for a few people to do the audit that the board is to appoint, but I have not gotten a positive response back yet. I need 2 people, so I'm working on that. I do have some changes to the treasurer's report that was sent out, and I will get it to you all after the board meeting. So 2 things. I forward a balance on from one year to the next when there is something happening in 1 year, though monies extend over both years. So SGI, we paid out monies, we received monies. It's tagged for that event. So in 2026, you see on the report monies that I moved from 2025 to 2026 because the event is happening in 2026 and that money was tagged to that specific event. I made an error with the anniversary 2026 with the blue star. I thought anniversary was just one event. It's not. It's overseeing a few different events through the year. And so I'm going to remove the blue star monies from 2026. That balance should not have been moved forward. Understand what I'm doing here? Membership, same thing. We have monies coming in 2025, but it's earmarked for membership. So when I move that lump sum of money over, I tag those different areas where that money is already earmarked for. I made a mistake with the anniversary, so that has to be corrected. I did get some questioning about the scholarships. The scholarships that came in, the $2,000, $1,000 from Bartlett and $1,000 from Ball, came in with letters saying it was earmarked for our anniversary year. So there's a question as to how that gets divided up. It is right now in SGI, but the understanding is that that would be for more than just SGI. And so I'd like to have a little conversation from the board on how you want to handle this.
Yes, Karen, when those 2 checks came in to credit them to SGI, the 25th anniversary. So I understand, you might want to credit it to 2 different.
Well, I think they're getting more than SGI.
Right.
They're getting advertising for a year. They're gonna be on everything. So I don't care if you guys split it 50-50 or does it matter? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that the letters that we worked on for all those days in December and finally got done is written towards the anniversary. Only thing that's specific on there to SGI is the speaker one. So the biggest event, of course, is SGI, and that's where we're going to spend the most money. And I don't know that the 25th anniversary needs any more than what we already budgeted for, but I think that it's kind of like an overall for the whole year. So I don't know where it goes on the balance sheet. If you want to do half and half, you want to put them in as income somewhere above.
For miscellaneous income.
Miscellaneous income is sponsorships, because it's getting spread out, because some of that will go to outreach too, because on the 25th anniversaries, we have Pollinator Week, we have October on there, we have the tree, we have the brick. Blue Star, which we want to add some more
Flower.
flowers and stuff, and party, which isn't going to cost us much either, but it's just, those are the things we gave those people to look at when they decided to sponsor us. So
If I may, but we actually obtained those sponsors before we came to that. So
right,
that was, but it was under the umbrella of the 25th anniversary, and SGI was kind of
Right.
the centerpiece of that, and you'll also be sponsoring these other events.
well, you had like general things up there. I think you had celebration in there. You had the tree. You had other things in there. I know we didn't have in the Blue Star. I think they were all listed. It wasn't just
Yeah, it was the 25th anniversary. It was a star. It was even.
right. Right.
So, yeah. And
we're agreeing to put that out there for a year. I mean, that's a lot of.
Is it better than to reflect it as miscellaneous income and not have it go in a bucket? Don't put it in any bucket. I mean, at the end of the day, we still have
Right.
that money.
Well,
It's not like we don't have that money, but
right, you put a line item for 25th anniversary.
we do have it. We do
We
have
do.
it. Yeah, we do have a 25th, don't we?
Right.
Anniversary.
Yeah, we have the anniversary. in there.
Right.
So, and then there would just be.
Just started, sponsorships, we're doing that sponsoring, that's, yeah, not, we're saying maybe this, sorry.
Right, but then we expanded that sponsorship.
We did because I thought to ask somebody for $1,000 just for SGI was a big ask. So that's why
Right.
we need a whole year.
When we had that initial 25th anniversary, we discussed if we're going to go out, we should tell them everything we're doing, and that's how it kind of evolved. So I don't have a problem with it going in miscellaneous, and as it all shakes out, it's all at the end of the day, it's all
Karen, how is it easiest for you to do?
So it's SGI does fall under anniversary. The problem with me trying to split it out is I cannot itemize SGI if I've got it underneath anniversary. I can't do a double item. You know what I'm saying? It would just be SGI one figure. So in order for you to see where your monies are going, but I don't know. I'm not opposed to even a 60-40 or a 75, 25 split. I understand SGI is getting the most money. Either way.
So not putting it into a miscellaneous income, you would prefer to split it?
Well,
75-20?
I would split it, some monies into SGI and the remainder into miscellaneous.
What's the percentage of the SGI versus the rest? I mean, down the road, when we look at our budget each year and where we put our money, it's nice to see like where it was going. So if we were gonna lump everything under our miscellaneous, that would be kind of ridiculous. We wouldn't know where it had gone. So if we're gonna split, I would say, let's just estimate how much SGI would be and how much the rest of the stuff we do in the year, and maybe do it 2 different percentages.
Well, SGI is meant to be a fundraiser. The 25th anniversary is not meant to be a fundraiser. It's a demonstration. It's an expense. So there's no real need to fund specifically 25th anniversary celebration, unless you think that's necessary.
Yeah, but didn't you say that you sold it on all these other items besides SGI, and that's why we got the money more or less?
Plus what they're getting in respect for what they're giving us is a lot more. They get a whole year, like it's not going to be gone March 7th. The website, they're getting a whole year, so.
Right. But the SGI was the centerpiece of it.
Right.
I just didn't think I could ask $1,000.
No, I get that. I'm
SGI.
just thinking if we were talking about splitting it, like she said, 60-40 or whatever, maybe SGI would be the 60 and then the rest of the income would be under the 40% for the others. I don't know what the split should be. That's just an example.
But
Right. I
is
mean, is it an 80, maybe it's an 80-20 split. I don't know what all is involved for the rest of the anniversary year. I
If it
think-
wasn't for us, would we be close?
No, I don't, we might solicit would certainly. And that's just, I don't know that for sure. That's just, I don't think anybody's gonna write us a check for being part of a website on the other.
Well, I hope they do every year.
Well,
so.
it's on there. We asked for sponsorship.
We ask for that every year. We
do
have,
ask for that every
we left that up there on the website that we do this. So that maybe people like Paul, who's been very generous, might say,
Sponsor.
next year we'll give them another 1,000 and we'll just put that, where's that gonna go? Maybe we should, by then, maybe we should have a sponsorship at the beginning. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't
think we should split it any percentage. It's too quibbling. So just put it on sponsorship. Money came in.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's a donation
yeah, but
and how we use it, right?
it's more about where we budget the expenses.
So can you create a category for sponsorships for income, Karen?
Yeah, I have in the past under miscellaneous income sponsorships and just put a figure in there. A couple years back, I had that, I think in 24, 23.
Okay.
But I do think that for, like SGI, the expense of putting together SGI, there's a concern that it's going to make enough money to cover itself and actually be a fundraiser. And a lot of decisions, like how much money is being spent for like flowers and so forth, is kind of based on perceived income.
Yeah.
So if that's not added at the beginning,
Right.
then how can they budget for their expenses?
Did you have that in for SGI? Was it on there as part of income, the $2,000? It was a guess. For sure. Yeah, so.
But in terms of balancing, like how much money we make from SGI, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you have to have your budget.
Well, and you guys did submit it. Well, SGI submitted it, right? We
just estimated it.
right, exactly. That's all the budget is. It's a guess anyways.
$2,500 was our estimated sponsorship by GM.
So we estimated $9,125 based on tickets sold at $60 for SGI. So
Did that number include the sponsorships?
I don't know if this is Karen's 2026 proposed budget that I'm looking at. So
Well, yeah, we don't have an SGI spreadsheet in front of us from Mary Lou and you.
We did, I mean, I don't know how that was submitted. I know we talked about it and read it.
So are you saying you're thinking you're going to cover this 9125?
No, I thought it was
Expensive.
adjusted. I thought it was just 6,000.
Not on our 2026 was budget. This is just what I got from Karen. So this is what we just approved at the January meeting.
Yeah, I don't know what that's, I don't know what.
What that represents, right? But I'm just saying. So you think? I mean, if we budgeted an expense of $9,000 to run this fundraiser,
Oh, the expense?
That's
Yeah.
expensive.
it's a lot.
Well, that covers the food,
It's everything, right. And then we
Right.
projected 15 for income.
I think that was.
Does that make a lot of sense?
Sponsorships. But I'm not
That's what I was
sure
asking.
about-
Is your sponsorship in
I
there?
don't know. Just looking at
Yeah. Do you know if it's in there?
It must be.
Karen, why don't you just move the miscellaneous, put it to miscellaneous income now, and we'll get a budget from SGI, an updated budget from SGI, and see what's going on.
Okay, all right.
Sound
And
good?
maybe the other committees that think they need some money can come up. We can, take a look at it. I don't know who else needs money. Outreach, I don't know who else besides that. If they need $100, couple hundred, whatever.
Well, we all put in what we wanted for the
Yeah,
year.
budget for
What do you mean, Karen? Yeah.
We've already got a budget laid
Right.
out for this year.
I
that-
understand, but for anniversary, I don't know if all of those add up to over $2,000 is what I'm saying.
Well, we had a budget that we gave to the board for the 25th anniversary, which added up to $2,500 without any kind of expectation of any kind of income
Sponsorship
from
or
money.
Okay.
Sponsorship. And I don't know that Mary Lou and Chris had theirs in there either, or they had sponsorship added in there. Or how can you don't know what you're going to get? It's all a gift. To me, it was a gift. It was a surprise. It's like Merry Christmas. You can't count on it. So
We're not gonna spend that money next year. It goes into the general budget. It's not like that money set aside for next year.
right, it's not going to carry over. So in the end, it's all in the bucket.
It's
at
all in the same bucket.
Right.
We need a home for it.
I'll move it all to miscellaneous income sponsorships.
Except for the one that is specifically for the speaker.
Correct. The dentist one, the 250.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will
Okay.
stay with SGI.
Okay.
All right,
Good.
thanks. Thank you.
And then on the audit, are you gonna try to get some people?
Yes, I'm working on it.
Karen,
Rachel?
this is Yvonne. If as a board member, I can help you with the audit, I'm happy to do that. I've done them in the way back past when Ingrid was treasurer.
Okay. All right. I need 2 people, so I'll put you on the list, Yvonne.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, general.
I replied to your email, I can do it.
So Gina and
Gina
Yvonne are
said
your,
yes.
Oh,
Your
thank you,
audit-
Gina. It was kind of late going out today.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
and then I believe the VP also has to be there, so Phyllis will have to be there, so.
Yeah, so I'll get a little group email or chat together and we'll figure out a time, okay, and a date.
Awesome.
Sounds
I'm-
good.
Great. Thanks, thank you.
The board has to appoint these 2 women.
So
You
that
need to make a
means that you don't need me then?
I thought I had you and Gina.
Oh, okay, great. Okay. No, you said the board appointing 2 women, so, all right,
Well,
yeah, count
We
me
have
in,
to
count me in.
officially appoint you now.
Okay, thank you.
What do you want to move?
I make motion to put Yvonne and Gina for the
Audit.
audit. All in favor or second?
Second,
Because it's,
Second.
Phyllis,
so.
We need a second.
Phyllis just seconded.
I'll go second.
Wilson,
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Okay. It passes. Good job.
All in favor.
Thank you
All right,
All right.
thank you.
for the audit. Can't remember where we were, let's see.
Field trips we did.
Yeah, she just finished her, thing in garden walks, new activity. Debbie did reply, Debbie Barrett. You saw her report. Nature and environment. Chris, nothing going on in the winter.
Have
Their
anything for
newsletter,
membership or no?
deadline for the newsletter.
That's Friday, this Friday.
Friday, what date is that? The 23rd, Friday, the 23rd is the date for the newsletter deadline, okay? Philanthropy,
Here, but I have yet to be told anything except that I just need to come to the meeting and we give to the same. That was presented to me. I'm sorry, I need to know how much money is involved and.
oh, yeah, well. Technically, we know that towards the end of the year, usually how it works. Things are gonna be different, I don't know, because we have to get through the year, we find out what we, I don't know the procedure to people. Money. Yeah, you can bring in some new ideas. I don't really know either, to be honest with you, because this was not a position that was on the board when I was on the board. To me, it's a brand new position. I don't know how it works. Yeah.
I think that, I just speak from the past, we used to have a committee and we would ask you to come to the board with ideas of what you would think we should be supporting. Maybe you have other ideas than the board has, and then the board decides how many funds we have, and then we decide how we're gonna spend them.
And you said it's towards the end of the year.
Right, we just recently did our disbursements, so we not till
We did,
November.
we usually do them like November. I think Karen will say, okay, we have this much left to spend. Because she doesn't like to carry over a lot. I don't know, Karen, if
Yeah.
you're still on, you want to talk
Yes,
to
I'm
that?
still on. So in November, I come to you with, this is what it looks like we have to donate, and this is who we've donated in the past. This year we decided on, and then I write a check beginning of December with a letter to the organizations. This year there was 4, St. John Lutheran Church, the Conservation Foundation, GCI Scholarship, and Gift of Carl. And I believe we gave out around $1,600. I don't have my report in front of me.
It's in the last, minutes.
It would have been in the.
Yeah, well, there were 4 things.
Somebody compile
13, 14.
those last 5 years, maybe?
Can we do a list on that, you're asking, Karen?
I'm sorry.
Did you put a list? Is there a list of those somewhere?
Can you give her a little history to go on? So we're asking Karen for the last 4 or 5 years. That would be nice. How much and
I mean,
we gave
I
to.
have a list. I can send that to you if you'd like. So you can see who we've donated to in the past. There was Xerxes, there was the Darien Historic. We've done a couple different things. Some organizations are no longer in existence. But I can send you, I think I have a little spreadsheet of them. I'll look.
So Karen, this is Yvonne. As field trip coordinator, I try to find things that are of no cost. And of course, all of these places say a donation would be appreciated. So maybe at the end of the year, I can submit those to the philanthropy committee and maybe we could toss them just a little bit of money.
Good idea.
Yeah, whatever list comes to me, and then the board decides who, where we give the money to.
All right. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind and get you a list.
All right.
Philanthropy, we see programs, Lisa.
I've never been to one, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say or do.
You could talk about what happened on Friday, real quick, if you want.
So, yeah, Friday, Jar and girls and I went to we went to somewhere in Monmouth.
Yeah, the annual.
Oh, yeah, it was really good.
It's very good.
Great. So, what I only have a couple of gaps to the 26th calendar. April, we're just waiting on, April's my University of Illinois, right?
Yeah.
We're just waiting on a confirmation of what it is. So March is, Bill Cargus, Rain Gardens. April is U of I, proper selecting of shrubs. May is plants. June plants. Yes, sorry. June is probably have a meeting on February 5th with Indian Prairie, with Amy over there, and it's probably going to be the wild dryad. And so it's this gentleman, he does foraging, he's really cool. Tracy and I went to a program he did, and then the lady that Kayla was with him, she's from the Conservation Foundation, she will be there as well. That's probably, I mean, it's about that past in April. That's kind of where I think I'm going. July is open. Yep, is for journaling, right?
Victorian era nature.
Thank you.
Victorian era nature.
September is open right now. October, we have a floral designer who's going to do floral designing with pumpkins. November is open, and I definitely want help December because I've never done a big party. So, but then, so it's pretty, so I only have a couple, I have like 3, but I have a ton of ideas, and I follow up on anybody that has been sent to me, but not everyone gets back. You know, the WTTW, I sent them again. They said, we may respond to you. And I'm thinking, what's the hey? Like, you are going to, or you are not going to, like, you know. So I do follow up on everything. It's just not everyone responds. So I have that thing. And then she sent out that spreadsheet today, just a plethora of
Information.
information. A lot of people though, like Bill Cargus, we had him fall 2025, and he is now coming in March, and he has raised his price by $25. So a lot of people are raising their price. The lady I have coming, who did I have in January? I had
Kim.
Kim, so I get for whatever reason, I cannot remember her name. So she like charges travel, which isn't too bad. So another member in the club asked me to follow up on this evening course, which I did. And she is like 150 but 150 for travel. And she just lives in that. Right? So I don't know if she's going backwards all the way here or something. I'm not really sure why you read so much. But.
As you finalize your contracts and get them, let me know, and I will resubmit this. There's a calendar that goes out that lists who we have for the year, and I'll resend it.
Yeah. So I am gotta work on Carly's. And then I really kind of waiting on the February meeting with not for you, but I just haven't, my mind hasn't gone there. But just to see what Indian Prairie, if they're okay with that, because then that would be my June, and that pretty much do the second half of the year.
So thank you.
Actually, when she gets the contracts, I get them and Laura puts them up. So
Yeah.
if you follow us on Eventbrite, that's when you know it's real.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
That's the way I look at it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a good, all right,
that's when we've all seen the paperwork that's true.
Great. Publicity, you submitted a report. You need to, you're gonna talk about that now or later?
Anyone wants, I have a lot of these postcards that have all the 25th anniversary things on it, especially SGI. So I have a lot of these.
To take some and
You can pass them around.
in places if you want.
Let me see. I think everything, I didn't have anything on there to cover, did I?
No,
Because I
you have it under,
I came without my
you get
stuff.
there and outreach, right? Yeah, okay, that's still good. I did know. Scholars, Melissa?
Yeah, welcome. Hi. So yeah, I looked at the bylaws, really to figure out what in there. So, it says, obviously, with the treasurer and 4 members and if funds are available. So I guess I wanted to kind of have a conversation about if we have any funds like slotted for it or if it's dependent on our budget. And if so, if we have like a timeline in mind, if it would be something like if we want to wait to like hear from at least after GI, kind of expenses and income. And then also how it lines up with I mean, I'm thinking, $100, and if we do word spring semester starting in January, or it will be something that we want to be doing over the to work in August. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and who's your audience? High school, college, it's you.
Well, I think, yeah, I mean, that's open for discussion, but I think that we have a lot of great community colleges around here. Like CB has great programs, but I wouldn't want to necessarily limit it just to high school, but that might be a little harder when you're thinking in terms of criteria of who is eligible and how to kind of evaluate the applications that we receive.
Can you speak a little louder? They can't hear you very well.
And let me ask you a question as well. So, for example, my experience in the past with the Oak Park Forest Garden Club, they actually left it up to the high school to identify the candidates, and then the garden club just covered the scholarships. The garden club wasn't involved whatsoever in evaluating. So,
Well, so like when I'm in, so one thing to worry about, and one thing that I did want to bring up when I was reading the bylaws, it was saying that a committee decides it. And so, but in terms of one thing you have to be careful of is if the donor selects the recipient, then it could be considered a gift and taxable and different implications like that. So yes, sometimes, like a lot of times somebody will donate, money to an institution and say, here's the dollars for scholarship, here's the criteria, you guys pick it, and then, just let us know. Or the alternative could be like, okay, the garden club can give recommendations. We can evaluate and say, these are our top 3, and then ultimately the high school or whatever selects. The problem with that is that you're kind of limiting it to a certain institution or a certain, and I don't know if we want to limit it to just Hinsdale, just to.
I think so, but I think part of it is that you've got more experience probably than anybody in the club in something like this. So we were really looking for you to come up with, how would you suggest that we go about this? And that it's really a long-term vision. It's, maybe we don't get a lot accomplished in 2026, but maybe more gets done in 27, and then we set something up for 28. I mean, conceptual.
I was gonna add something. I was in the suburban garden club that just folded. Okay, we chose 2 high schools that we wanted to donate, like 2 and 1, the 2 at Hinsdale South and at LT and Township, to the schools that feed in the area. And we gave $500 scholarships to Hinsdale South, 500 to Central, 500 to LT, and they happen to both be at North Campus, South Campus, but they go back and it's 4 years in each. 2 and 2 is the same school. And when I called school and I asked, do you have any clubs that would tie in with native plants, environment, ecology, those kind of things? And then they said, oh, yes, we do. We're excited. I said, I have scholarships I wanted to offer. And we did it that way. And then we asked them to tell us what they were going to do with us. They're awarding you this money. What specifically will you do with this money they awarded to you?
And I
So
think
they're
that's
going specifically to the high school and not to a specific student?
Not students, but to
Support
the
them.
clubs.
Okay, that's not a bad idea.
So just so you know too, that they just got 500.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's great, because it does get happy if you have
Locations.
from all over, and depending on who's making the decision.
Yeah.
So,
And then that makes more on your, and we didn't want to have more of it.
And it might have more relevance because, it would just be like any other, not-for-profit, and trying to find sources of income so that you can further your, your purposes and
Yeah.
so giving it to clubs or whatever, that then benefits students.
So
That's kind of when your position came up nominating, we talked about it. That it would be a fact-finding year, kind of. And I think some of these ideas are great. I know we do one for the gift of Carl, but we limited to Hinsdale Theater. Because if you open it up to everybody, it's overwhelming. So you're really, you're almost better, picking a school, but I love that idea of giving to the locals. I think that's amazing.
That's a great idea.
Shar, this is Yvonne. I don't know if you can hear me. I was the scholarship chair many years ago when we decided that instead of giving money to GCI, we wanted to keep it local. And so I have some records on that. We did in the past give away thousands of dollars in scholarship, and we also presented them to the recipients at the Indian Prairie Library during the National Garden Week presentation. We solicited through Hinsdale South and Hinsdale North high schools. I don't have the records in front of me now. We said a resident of Darien graduating and going into a field of study related to gardening in any way, the sciences, the landscape design, floral design, anything. Then we also reached out to College of DuPage, and we gave away scholarships for at least 2 or 3 years. We had a committee of 5 of us. And I have those records. I'd be happy to share them with Melissa if she's interested.
Great. This is great. Thank you for your comment.
Yeah, it's good discussion.
Good to know.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, when I was attending COD in horticulture, they came to the chair of the event, and I actually was the recipient of one of the scholarships, which I didn't apply, I didn't even know. And then I was called in, they said, we think you're the one.
Yes, they can nominate students.
So they said we could, you're gonna be the one that receives it. And then they invited me to the garden club, and they had this ceremony, and my mom came, my son was like 7, and they had this little luncheon, and they gave me the check, and they invited me to come back and speak after I graduated, and it was just kind of, so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. Yes, I will work on continuing to search back, find good ideas.
Thank you.
Well, and I will say too, I'm also, you guys know I've said this, but I'm the Rotary Club of Darien, and we give scholarships. And to her point, when we've given scholarships, we give them to specific students, but we've had them come to a meeting and we've given them the check, but then later on we've invited the groups or whoever some of the groups. Anyway, invite them to come to one of our meetings and tell us how they're using the scholarship and what they're doing with their clubs, things like that.
Darien Women's Club does the same thing. They kind of huddled up with them, and but I like her idea because I've seen the issues that have come up with it. So I've seen where it got canceled, the summer thing that it got canceled, and then getting the money back, and you couldn't get the money back. And then I saw even giving it to the students was an issue. They wanted us to give it to the actual school, and then it got lost. And I've seen like so many issues with it that I think that, like giving it to like a club and with horticulture,
and that affects
no issues.
You're affecting more than one.
And I really don't like that. We always pick one person from Hinsdale, one from District 99, because those are both of the Darien ones, and it's only one. And then they come and they tell us, but if you're spreading it more,
right.
And then for them to come and just tell us what they did with it.
And if it was, you could see it, and they do have a garden club that would be probably called something else, I don't know,
Environmental club.
They could come to, they could come and say, hey, yeah, this is what we're doing in this club, and I don't have a clue what goes on at the high school. I think that'd be really neat to learn.
Yeah.
So I think we could get something back.
And our Darien's public ones are that Hinsdale, South and North, and then 99. That's where the kids go.
Right, Darien split between.
Darien was split into
Hinsdale South.
Yeah, don't forget
South,
District
North,
99.
and 99. Don't forget Downers.
Which is down.
And our club covers a lot of other, people
Well,
come.
we have Westmont members. We have
Right.
A lot of different members.
Yeah.
We're not.
Outside of Darien.
Right, we're not just Darien. That's another problem. Like, where's your demographics?
Or I would just call and see who has those clubs if they have a club,
Exactly.
and then go with that.
Go from there. Right.
With a specific scenario.
Sure.
But I think that is such a better idea
Really.
because it's the night.
Yeah, and you get kids who aren't maybe gonna go to college either. They're gonna go, into the workforce and you're also inspiring them. So,
Right.
Yeah.
not just college. So.
So, good ideas.
Good discussion. I don't know if I want to start your.
You got 5
You
minutes.
wanna just take a potty?
I think we should, bathroom break and then head over.
All right, you guys, we're gonna
It starts
pause.
at 7:30 on the
We're
dot.
gonna,
In here?
Yeah, it's the police station. I don't think I'm.
we're gonna pause the recording, you guys, and we'll be back hopefully within half an hour.
Technology, ways and
Okay.
means. And then
Special committee reports and
special fundraiser and 25th. Couple.
Yeah.
How do you understand?
You're reverbing. Put
Am I
your
still, I thought,
turn your mic. Because otherwise,
Did you coach him? That's all the wonderful things.
No, we wrote them.
yeah, you
I
have to
wrote.
record all of them.
We took the one from 2020 and
Definitely work.
Shar and Judy and I, right?
Yeah.
The three of us.
You always have.
We tweaked it.
Wordsmithed it a little bit.
I thought it was interesting he had David's thing. How did he?
Well, because you can't just submit the name.
Right, how did he happen to have it tonight?
Maybe he just knew.
Wait, that's what I was. Who won Citizen of the Year? Does anyone?
I don't know.
It hasn't been announced.
It's
That's what
tonight.
they're doing tonight. That's what they're doing.
That's why I was.
It's tonight.
Well, he didn't. It's not.
It's after us. It's on the agenda.
No, I know. Like, well, who
No,
won?
no, I don't know.
You don't know, it's been there.
It'll be there.
We find out.
Exactly.
All right, recording. We're recording.
All right, we're starting. Service projects and community outreach, Kathy's free.
Yeah,
You submitted your report,
right,
but
And-
we had a few other things on there.
right.
Hang on one second.
You want me to?
That's. Here it is. Okay, yep. So,
When do you want?
we're good. I just wanted to confirm that Char's gonna write for the,
Yes.
okay, Garden Glories. And then. Are you gonna, awards chair, are you gonna handle the grants or do you want us to,
Well,
I mean, like GCI grants, the
Yeah, the
Easy
GCI and the
ones.
GC grants, that was our.
I could, I don't know how, I mean, didn't you guys in the past, the board person didn't always do them, right? How did you?
Well,
you
I think
kinda
when-
Do your own,
when Judy was award chair, she, for the grants, for the GCI grants, which only takes, a couple sentences, and when you add up to $100 in expenses, you just turn that in. It's pretty simple. I don't know if you want to take that on, or you want us to just continue.
well, I would need to know if you've gotten to that point to
Right.
submit, right?
Right,
So I guess if you let me know, I could do that.
okay.
What else could there be?
Just turning them in and following up with GCI to make sure they get approved and dispersed. They have to go to the GCI, like youth chair, like therapy chair, and I mean, it's all in the
And those are,
form.
but are those throughout the year or like?
Once a year.
When we're doing the other awards or?
No, it's like throughout the year. Once we hit $100 spent on roadside wildflowers, which we will probably do at VFW Memorial Garden Therapy, once they hit $100 in expenses, and youth, once we hit $100, if they could submit to you a report of what they used for and their expenses.
All right, that's fine. Just make sure everybody knows to do that. Right.
Can you also, with the words, keep track? Like, I know we threw everything into a folder.
Yeah, I'll create another spreadsheet like we did last
Okay.
year.
Right.
Right, and I would just say, you know, if you don't hear from those chairs, I would, like at one of these meetings, say, are you at that point? Carly, have you spent $100, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So we don't lose out on that. It's pretty easy money.
Right.
All right.
So it's just, I've been doing them and something I could let
Yeah.
you do,
All right.
please.
Awesome. Thank you,
Okay.
Gina.
And then, April recycling event. Heather, and you have contacted Scarce at St. John, and we came up with this idea at the parents' meeting for
Yeah.
Sprouts.
Okay.
Go ahead.
For the recycling?
Right.
But, okay, so, I've done the recycling event for Rotary as their environmental committee chair for years. I started it and we'll see if they continue it, but I'd like us, you know, to maybe do something to Sprouts. Thought of first because it's a good money maker. It does bring in money. You just have to ask for it. So as long as you have like a little donation thing, there people feel inclined to give you donation while we're also taking all this stuff that's bad out of the environment. So being my last year physically here, I wanted to start it with everyone and then that way just keep going. And I have it down pat now, like literally it just runs. So I talked to St. John's because it's where I had it last time. And they gave us the church and it's April 4th. And we won't need so many volunteers. You don't want too many people there kind of thing. But we will need some like adults and then Sprouts there like on the side. We have Scarce will bring their people as of right now. They put it on their calendar. We're trying to get working bikes usually come. So any kind of old or bikes that work or don't work or any equipment for that. And then they're going to have a list. So they'll give Scarce kind of puts together what they're going to do and gives it to us. They did ask if we would do the battery recycling because the last time I collected, I got 900 pounds batteries. So there's like, you'll see stuff coming out now that it's illegal to put batteries in your trash. Don't do it.
We'll take them anyway.
Yes, they do. No,
Illinois
no,
just
no.
passed
Right.
that.
First of all, I took them to Staples
Sent it to Chris.
and Home Depot. They take them now. They've been taking them. We just collected them and we just brought them over there ourselves. They limit you to like 4 big boxes, but now Illinois just started a program. And Karen,
Is that you, Karen? Karen, please.
so Illinois started a program.
Yep.
Scarce told me about it. They're gonna roll it out with us for this event. So that's in the work. We'll be like collecting batteries, like Sprouts Garden Club are collecting batteries. Then Scarce has people there collecting all the other things. So we're gonna try to ask Lions Club, but they were no show last time. So
What's the time?
it will be, volunteers should get there, but after 9 o'clock, between 9 and 9:15, show up, you know, by 9:30, we're kind of in our areas, ready to go, taking pictures if you want.
But for the community, what do you have?
Community is 10 till 2.
12.
10 to 2.
10 to
It's
2.
4 hours. 10 to 2. It's a drive-through. They come through. They do not get out of the cars. We don't want anybody getting out of their cars. Pretty much they know what the event is already because it's been every year. And now it was at St. John's in like October. So this, they're probably going to think it's, you know, that's why we make sure we wear our shirts and have a little donation thing. And that's it. We just show up. We can offer, it's nice to to get pizza for the volunteers that day, you know, if we want.
Is this a Sprouts event or during Garden Club?
Well, we were talking about Sprouts, but as it evolved, I'm thinking it could be community outreach. And whenever we do anything with Sprouts Pickle Party, anything that's Sprouts, we always, and they help at our events. So it's kind of like everybody. And our club is so environmentally focused, and, you know, scarce comes, hauls everything away.
Yeah.
It's just a community service.
So are we just trying to make a decision for doing this, or what's the pointer? Because if you're leading it, then we will get all the information as it gets closer to the event.
Well, we haven't brought it to the board yet. We
Yeah.
wanted you guys to learn about it and decide if this is okay to go ahead. She's done the legwork. We just need you guys to be on our side to recruit volunteers to do this.
We'd be bringing in, hopefully, you know, it's not guaranteed you bring in money, but we usually I make a
Donation.
couple hundred.
This is
People come through the drive-through with their recycling, and then they give you $20.
Volunteers have to pull that stuff out of their car and bring it to the trucks. I go to them all the time because they're offered a lot of places.
Well, did you go to ours,
I
the
did not
Rotary
for
one?
years, but
So mine works different. No, mine's different. So they come through and they're not trucks. Well, you don't get out of here.
Somebody takes it out of your car.
Yes,
Who does that?
we do.
Correct.
So we come,
We gotta
they
be
pull
careful
up.
with, you know, right? The
No,
kids-
that's why we're not having kids take anything out of the car. So like the kids will be probably staged at the end of the line, and they'll be in the grass area kind of thing. And they can be, we can talk about it, but they could be selling lemonade, whatever, too. Additional, you know, you could. And then you just have them at the end, and they're kind of like just maybe behind a table with the donation thing. And there's one of the adults are always with the kids. And so one of the adults, if needed to, we got to get that money, or because they'll be waving. They just, and then we would be.
I'm concerned about lifting this stuff out of these people's cars.
There's nothing to really lift.
Well, what are they doing?
The volunteers from Scarce and from Working Bikes and from the medical equipment have their own volunteers too. So they come with people.
So they bring volunteers.
We
on local
need to,
cars.
we help out too.
So how many volunteers?
But you're not lifting having things
Like
like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't.
You
I
don't
can't,
lift
and I'm young.
kind of
And
thing.
there's a lot of other people I can't. But that's what I mean. That's
so you're talking about cell phones, you're talking about batteries, you're talking about a pair of crutches.
no TVs.
No, we're
No,
not doing
nothing
that.
electronic.
No
Really
electronics.
really limited.
Right.
Yeah, there will be a list. And if,
Yeah.
here's what the volunteers do.
I'd like to-
If it's not on the list, you tell them no, and you're not taking it out. The biggest thing that volunteers do is make sure they stay in their car, do not get out, like as you see them going again. No, don't get out. What do you got? And then one person starts talking to them. What do you got? The other person's already going around.
Stop there.
Yes.
Right. I've been to them many times, and I knew, if we could see the list, that would be really helpful.
I don't have it yet because it's working pieces right now,
Okay.
because we can't get the sheriff to come, so she might collect for the sheriff's department. So that's a whole thing. She's still, it's more like we had to get on the calendar, which we did. We got the place and we got on their calendar.
And you've got a commitment from Scarce.
Had a commitment from Scarce.
So when is the date? When is this?
April 4th.
So is this conflict with anything else we have going on?
It's the day before Easter. The Saturday.
I was gonna say too, if maybe to give you an idea as far as the things will be taken, maybe send over the brief one that they.
Yeah, I can,
Probably
and
on
it's on Facebook page.
Yeah,
There wasn't a lot of items.
Yeah.
It's-
The biggest
It
thing,
was on our Facebook page.
It's on our-
Shared it.
yeah, so it's very, but you kind of, like, I know the list, many people know the list here that like will be spread out of, if it's not on the list, we leave it, we say no, this and that. So you're not just taking any box out of the car, you're very specific.
Is this one also that does like paint or?
No paint, no, that's Woodridge. You guys are thinking Woodridge is.
Yeah.
Does it? Okay.
No.
So rubber plant collected, winter coats.
We're not doing quotes, but
Okay, this is what they collect.
Yeah.
Document shredding, syringes, EpiPen, sharps, bikes, bike repair tools, bike baskets,
medical equipment, eyeglasses, household keys, cell phones, books, records, musical instruments, bread tags, Brita filters, and inkjet cartridges.
Gold flags.
Do we want to,
And batteries isn't on there?
It doesn't.
Yeah, batteries is,
So that is the list minus the shredding. And what was the other thing at the top?
no coats. We're not coats.
Coats.
do we want to decide this tonight, or can we wait till we have more further information?
We have to decide now. Because it's already like,
What would happen if we don't? Like,
well, then I have to cancel it. Cause
You have to cancel it.
I've had to make sure we can get the church and on that day and the location and make sure Scarce can do it that day because they have events and I got both. So I locked them in, but I can let them go.
Without even getting.
I can let it go. I can let it go like that, but I can't like.
It's not an electronic, so
It's not like.
No,
we hosted one of these events. We had to give it up last year because 2,000 cars going through and couldn't have 40 volunteers. So I get what it can be. That's not this event.
Right.
Scarce, just Scarce, not inviting everybody else that does recycling as vendors. Does books, school supplies, crayons, electrical boards, eyeglasses, holiday lights, records, and
music.
so that's
yeah.
Bread tags.
So
Red
like,
tags,
Scarce does a lot.
cell
So they're
phones.
monthly, pretty much. Scarce, they do a lot of stuff there.
That's all that they'll take that day.
Right.
They
Yeah.
want nothing, if it's not on the list, they're not gonna take it.
yeah, so it's a much smaller list than.
But the bike.
Working Bikes is the name of that place. They work with Scarce. So Scarce takes that up, but Scarce is now trying to line up and make sure that we can get other people there, like Working Bikes or med equipment. There's a medical equipment one. Sometimes they ask, well, I want to ask the VFW again to come. I don't know why it's not on there, but we had VFW takes old flags and repurposes them.
They retired.
So it could be as
Yeah.
big or as small as you want it to be.
Right.
Say we're not collecting.
Right. Only things on the list.
So how many volunteers would we need to supply?
15 to 20, if that. I'd say 15.
Do you think could we do that? I mean,
Well, I'll be there.
We do it?
I think that the general, every time I put something out, it's at least 50.
Yeah.
I get.
we can try it. If it doesn't work, we don't do it again. You know, I mean, it's see how it comes out and what the response is and.
Well, you're gonna have a good response because they were asking me, when is the spring one? Darien does not have a recycling event. This is Darien's recycling event for the last 4 years.
They're so easy to find. I mean, not.
Yeah, but people don't do that because they have to drive to.
Right.
Live. They gotta drive.
You gotta drive there.
If they're used to this. Yeah.
Yeah. Woodridge is the only other one that like would be really big and like worth the drive.
And it's kind of a good thing to show to the kids. I mean, albeit they're not going to be at the cars. They're just going to be
No.
there. But it's something for the families to work toward too. I mean, scouts, you know, things like that. So.
And the Rotary one has been a success every year.
And they do that
Yes.
when, in October.
October, first or second week of October,
No.
but I don't know if, you know,
Yeah, I don't.
continue it.
We can try it. I mean, anybody have an objection? We try it. If it doesn't fly, then it's our mission. You know, we
Yeah.
adjust.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good community outreach.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going to try to ask though. I was gonna go to Home Depot and ask Home Depot if they would sponsor the shred truck, because otherwise we won't have a shred truck. I think what makes that event so big, like, is the shred.
That's why I go, because I drop shredding off.
Right, and then because they're bringing shredding, they bring us their old pills and vitamins, so it's like a good thing.
Get a list together and get it out so that we know we can get it.
Yeah, it's $900 for a shred truck, so I already know how much it is.
So there's no expense to.
There's no expense to this event, unless
Just check it.
we get a shred truck though, and then you have to get a sponsor. Or,
Well, what if
And you're-
we don't, and then we're gonna have to pay for it?
no, we
You
wouldn't
have
do it
to have
without,
it's,
without for sure.
And Heather, you're the lead on this? This would be
No,
who's in charge of this?
Harley
Two of us,
and
the three of us.
3 of
Okay.
us.
All right. Just check.
Okay, Carly?
She knew.
Yeah, Yes.
Molly told us like
All right, moving on. Outreach events, Kathy.
DuPage Monarch Project reached out to me to upgrade our membership roll because when I turned my report in, if you ever read it, it's like ridiculous, all the things we do. So, let's take it, if I can find it in here. So it has her. Yeah, it says, quote, Darien Garden Club has the most actions of any associate member. I'd like to move the club into the signatory members section because you do as much as the top performing signatories. It would take the DGC board making a formal commitment to monarch pollinator conservation by voting on it at a meeting. There is no obligation to do anything except have a designated contact and send in an annual update. The club has already done so much. I don't see us stopping what we're doing, and we might as well move up.
And you're that representative?
Well, yeah, I'm the.
So we move up, what does that mean? I don't understand.
If you look,
they're gonna
it was in my,
highlight you.
it was in my report.
There's no fee on that?
There's no
It's
fee.
nothing, it's just
It's
like a recognition, we're in a high.
It's, right, they have signatories, which are
Okay.
mostly like park districts and cities and so forth.
So we'll get advertising.
Yeah. We'll be bumped to the top of the list.
Yeah, we're, we might as well be put on the pedestal that we aspire to.
Someone want to move?
Yes.
I move that we join the Darien Project on,
Darien DuPage Monarch Project.
project as a signatory level.
Yeah, Zubeck seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Hi.
Oops.
Okay, so that's that.
Yeah, voted on it, yes.
There's Darien Business Alliance,
Mhm.
DBA, has asked us to pay for anniversary an ad in their booklet. And I think I sent you all that. It's like 100.
When does that do?
I think it's due.
Why would you even pay for it?
Well, I told them I would bring it to the board. Okay, I'm just doing my.
I thought we missed it.
That's the Chamber of Commerce, that's formally the Chamber of Commerce.
No, I know it's the chamber.
No, it's due by, I
Is
think
it
it's due
different?
by the end of the month.
So that's different from that other thing that we had that email on, that we thought, this is the same thing, the book that we were supposed to advertise in. And you
That's
told
the
her
book.
no,
I
right?
told her we probably would not be able to, but we're having our 25th.
I thought this was something else.
No, it's the same, it's the
It's the
same
same.
thing. But I think it's due the end of the month, and I told them I would, just bring it here. I know it's $150 for an eighth of a page. It's a booklet that looks like.
Well, and Mike gets that.
Nobody.
I didn't even get it.
I told them I haven't
I'm
gotten
fine
mine.
with that. I'm fine with that. But I want to tell you today that we are going to be on the cover. They interviewed me today. It's
Nice.
about the 25th in our history. So we're going to be inside. It's going to be us and the other events going on in Darien. So
You feel
Hopefully
obligated?
I don't feel obligated
No.
to give them $150 at
No.
all. No, I'm just telling you that. So when these are out, they're going to be at City Hall and we're going to be throwing them and everything, right?
Yeah.
I never get one. Like, I don't think they mail
They
them.
give them away at the
They're-
DVA, at the
They're supposed
DAC.
to give every resident.
This is like, instead of this is an organization instead of a chamber here in Darien. It's called Business,
Right.
Darien Business Alliance.
Do you know what their printing number is? Really? They print?
I don't know. I could ask.
The club is gonna be.
I'm sure. But something.
I think they did.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what it is. Somebody in the fall.
We have, yeah.
For 150, that's nothing.
But it's only an eighth of a page.
Eighth of a page, hardly anybody gets it.
I know.
Nobody reads it. Like, I don't even get that.
This size.
We were
Right.
talking about it, like, because every resident's supposed to get it. And if every resident actually got it, yeah, great. But
So they don't have mailing figured in there.
I don't know where cause I can't remember the last time, cause I used to put it in for gift and card. I used to get it. 'cause
I
they
talked
did
to
not-
Darien Club, all the people in there, nobody had these. I'm like, where are they going?
I don't know where it's going.
There
They're
are,
going the
I'm gonna
same
tell you,
way.
there's probably not one nonprofit in here. It's all businesses.
Yeah, they're
Well,
the
Rotary is in here.
Rotary.
Rotary's in here.
Mhm.
And,
Thinking, if we're gonna be on the cover, do we also need to be on the inside as well? I mean, do we really need to pay to be on the inside if we're gonna be on the cover?
And we advertise so many other.
yeah,
places
I don't think
that-
we need to give it. I'm just bringing it up because it was part of the thing. And now that I know that she's gonna cover us, because I've been banging on them, you know, that we need to be on the cover, because last year was, Hinsdale South 60th and Lay School 100 years and Darien Youth Club 65 years.
We did not take out an
No, I know you did not.
Yeah,
And you were on.
so see, same
And
thing.
you were, and,
membership donation.
right, and your
Right.
information's in
Yeah.
there too. We don't need to pay for it,
No,
okay? I'm just telling you that.
No, I did, I appreciate.
They
your
finally
comment,
listened to
but
me.
I felt the same, like, well, we're on the cover, do we need to, but
no.
it's fine. Okay, any more discussion on that? We're good? Moving on? Moving
on.
That's right. Keep going. All right, next, are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, we have a lot going on, and I just updated our graphics. Think about it. So, that'll be all.
Just your thing.
That's how long we've been talking about it.
Oh, no, you don't know Carly very well. Carly, talk about multitask. These
Yeah.
two.
So yeah, we've got a lot coming up. January 29th is our kickoff event.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna start, technology, do we wanna?
No, this is the
One
website.
thing I
Share it out.
Wanted to mention when we talk about,
The password is changing 2 days after
The last meeting.
the next meeting. So
is that right?
What else was on?
There was, we wanted to ask people to get to you.
Oh, any electronic documents that you have that we don't already have, like SGI documents, speaker agreements, any kind of that kind of stuff that we don't have, just send it to info so we can archive and save that for,
We're gonna
later.
create an SGI folder.
yeah.
In, so that when it's.
In the drive.
We don't want like first and second and third versions. We just want a final.
Your final paper.
Something somebody could look at the next time it comes
I
up.
want to make sure we don't have to recreate. the wheel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then anything else that you have that's Darien Garden Club, but maybe it's not SGI, but it's digital, something you have, you've used it for something, give it to us, put it in the drive.
Ways and means.
A whole folder of release forms for like photo releases. Is that something that I should be scanning, or is that something that I can just keep in a folder?
No, you need to scan them. They need to
Yeah.
be on our drive, and that's been not taken care of for a couple of years. All the photo releases need to be live and on our drive, because if I use photos anywhere with GCI or NGC, they want them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Does she know?
that's something that Mary Beth did for a while, and I can tell you which ones I have and don't have.
Bill, I can help you work through that if we need to. Okay, to get that updated and get it.
We
Then
had
it will
a,
be-
we had a labeling system that Mary Beth and I came up with so that we could find them. I have all the Sprouts ones filed on that drive and at home. So yeah, the adult members were behind on. That's part of membership. Sorry, Phil.
That submitted your report, it was awesome. We're moving to special committees, fundraiser, Mary Lily Press.
Are you listening to the report?
Yep.
Do you have any questions? We did our meeting Thanksgiving Day. Things are going well. There's so many donations for raffles.
That's awesome.
And she loves them calling me and dropping stuff off. Yeah.
9 tickets.
Lined up, everything's going really nice.
What? We're at what?
9.
Question is,
Yeah,
how many
push
tickets
it.
have we
What do you mean 9 tickets?
So 9 out of 110 that we need to sell.
9 on top of the 4?
That's all we sold online.
I did send out to the,
I want to
DGC president and vice president, Sarah, the vice president, indicated she can't make it. I haven't heard from Diane. I did
I was
send
gonna
it to
ask you.
board members as well.
Okay.
And I heard back from Anita, she put it on the District 9 website, whatever they have, and then someone sent me today saying that she had some friends that might be interested in that, so I explained how much the tickets were.
Yeah, I sent it, I pulled all the district managers from GSI, or district, whatever they're called, directors. And I sent that yesterday and I got, somebody asked, well, our district asked how much. I'm like, well, kind of make that a secret until you go look at it. But we didn't put that on the flyer because it's not a registration form. And then I heard back from District 9, I think they put it out and someone else put it out. And we got a couple today, I think trickle down from that seemed like their names from GCI.
We handed them out at Friday meeting. Everybody there.
Yeah.
And then Linda Drobel replied, she wanted to know what the cost was.
Yeah, I saw
So
that,
I
yeah.
replied to her.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm sure as we get closer, it'll teach them.
So get it out there, any way you can.
Did we invite local clubs personally? Like
Yes.
your Darien Women's?
I
Club?
did all the Daring Business Alliance, all the
All the best.
DAC members. I did. Yeah, I have a list. I don't have it with me, but
Yeah.
at the meeting, there was some people I've already gone out to and by email and, social media is looking along good. I mean,
What about all the neighboring garden clubs like, Downers Grove and Woodridge and Bolingbrook and Crestview?
they've all
Like, do
been-
they get a specific invitation to each of their garden club?
I went through the Garden Clubs of Illinois, Garden Glories, and any club I could get an email for, I sent individual emails to. And the ones that I know that are not in GCI, like Palos Heights, Orland Park. There's a couple others in the Bolingbrook's in GCI now, but no, I pretty much cut. If you know of something, just send it to me and I'll make sure that I got them or not. But
Invite your neighbors and friends, like we
Yeah.
do for the garden walks and stuff.
Right.
Sure.
and I'm hoping today, down there, maybe some of them listen and they'll.
It's
some of them-
available.
Yeah.
Yeah, put them in, yeah, definitely. Leave them in places.
So hopefully
We'll get there.
we'll get some tickets sold.
And we have a Rotary meeting tomorrow, so I can talk about it there too.
Good.
Okay, thank you. Okay, 25th anniversary, the report was submitted.
Yeah, we're gonna meet on Friday?
Yes,
Thursday,
it's
Friday?
Thursday. It's
Thursday, and there's a couple things we have to do, but I think we're doing pretty good, I think, on everything.
I'm gonna go down to new business real quick. I know we're running out of time. 2027 fundraising. I think I surprised Pat when I threw this on the agenda because she was like, I gotta come up with something. I just want us, for sake of time tonight, think of things that we can do. I'd really like to have a 3-year plan going forward, so you know what you're doing at least 2 years in advance, so you're not scrambling looking. It makes it easier. Yeah, I mean, whether you throw in, use the same 3 and rotate them, or you use 2 and flip in a 3rd one every so often. But think about it, and we'll come back to this after SGI. So, yeah.
Unless somebody has ideas. right?
Yeah, if you have ideas, give them to Patty, new ideas, old ideas, things that, would like to be thinking about it. So we're not scrambling, if we
I don't think we've
fancy
ever
our-
scrambled.
No. Okay.
We did the plan set last year. Are you serious?
We tried,
You've never.
we've always known in advance that not what we were doing the next year.
Mhm.
Right,
Right.
So
We've
I
never,
don't know why
next
I
year.
keep hearing that we scramble for these things, because it's not true.
That's what Joyce.
Well, I don't know what Joyce, because we knew in advance.
I think to some of the other comments that I've heard, I said, if we are to do a plant sale next year, it would be nice if people could start this fall splitting, their plants in their yards. And then they could save them and do that. So if we know before we go into the fall, like say if we know in June that we're gonna do a plant sale next May, they can save.
Same with the garden. You might get.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say,
Right, exactly. It does.
that website talk was,
Garden club we started in January, that year.
Right.
Year. And that was like a COVID year, so that was.
It was tough.
I think I was in the club that year. I joined in January.
yeah, you were with me. Me and you joined at the same time. Yeah,
I remember being at your.
we were newbies and we had to learn at her house, because that's when they made you do, and that's a really good thing to make them do the hardest garden.
But yeah, it is much easier to start that, the summer.
So let's just think, just to think about it, throw it out there. Next tracks, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I sent you the information.
Right.
And when we were at the meeting the other night, January meeting, Andrew Buddha, who does the majority of the work, is still on board and he loves doing it. He sends me his picture of 25 pounds almost every week. So it's kind of a no-brainer. The kids enjoy measuring, they enjoy filling the chart. If you weren't around, they just continued the program we were in was just to get 1,000 pounds and get a bench. So I got on, I sent a bunch of pictures of the kids weighing things and going, they really want to, we were at 500 pounds. So they sent me a bench. I already have the bench. One of the families is going to put it together. Seda Williams and her kids are going to put it together for us, 2 Boy Scouts. So I think it's a good, just like the recycling thing, it's kind of a good mindset. People don't mind bringing them in and taking them to Jewel afterwards. What's no harm, no foul. To continue.
So
Harley does it at the museum as well.
Your name every quarter then?
We just keep track. We have a running sheet and I have a picture file, what do you call them, album. And every once in a while I send on the computer, I load the picture and put the weight in.
And location.
And the location, wherever you drop it. And then if you get to 250 pounds, you'll be put into the drawing, which they're going to do quarterly, and there's other prizes. So at the rate we're going, we'll probably have 250 every quarter anyway. So we could be put in for another bench. We could be put in, I don't know. Seems like it's running fine, and I don't mind doing it, and I don't think Harley does. So if you guys will just make it part of what we do.
Fine by me. Anybody else? Okay. Couple things, housekeeping. I would like to have reports to me by Sunday night, no later than like 7 p.m. And then I will get a final agenda out that morning. Okay. I'm not gonna look at my email every hour on the day of the meeting. If you have something that's critical, you have to call me. Okay, because it's just too much to go look at it. So Sunday night reports are due. I'll get the agenda out Monday morning. I'll follow that for general meeting and for board meetings. Another thing, I would like to submit a Land's End order. I have a 35% off, but I don't want to. I would just like to, anybody here tonight or on video wants to call me by this weekend. If you want something, great. I'll order it with my order and we can get 35% off. If I don't hear from anybody, I'm going to order anyways. Okay. So I just thought I would submit it together as they. And then Karen, are you still on?
Yep, I'm on. And so I did get your email about the $50 for the Bird Award. That was early this year. Usually it's like in March, but I'll get that out.
Okay,
And
thank you.
the $40 for VIP will go out in the beginning of February. I've already got it on my list. And then the life
Okay.
membership, let me back up. The VIP, I will send the letter with the check to GCI. And the life
Good.
membership, I don't know what I need to do with that. I reimbursed Yvonne $100 for the, I don't know, the application. Is there something else needs to be done with that?
I think they get announced at the GCI. How does that happen? Do they already know about it then?
Well,
I think they
Yvonne
do.
had to apply for it. It cost her $100. I reimbursed her back
They have
at our Christmas party.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't sure how that worked. I didn't want to
Yeah.
miss it.
I think
You know.
I can look at the letter. I think it says in the letter at the convention.
Okay, so that's all taken care of. GCI's been paid for those awards. Or they will be, the $40 you're sending, and then Yvonne already spent last year.
Yvonne paid the fee for the application, and then I just reimbursed her.
Okay.
Okay. So
Awesome.
GCI has some paperwork on it, right? Because there was an application put in.
Yeah, and I got a certificate, so.
Then they
Okay.
must know. Okay.
Okay. So I think
Anybody
we're
have
good.
anything else before we adjourn?
Are you gonna tell the club then that you're collecting for the shirts?
No.
Okay, somebody asked me and I didn't know.
Anybody you can hear it.
Anybody that.
I'm doing it
Anyone
this
who's here.
weekend.
Oh,
It's
okay.
going in this weekend. That's what I'm not, yeah. If anybody wants to order something by this weekend.
And Shar, I can get you the debit card information if you're ordering it online, or Kathy has it, so you'd have to put it on your own bill.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, let's work it out.
Yeah, I'll work it out with whoever's busy.
Okay.
Okay,
We're all done?
nothing else? We're adjourned at 8:30.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
It's over. That's not
Did
too
you
bad.
stop the recording?
Good night.
You gotta open it.
Good night.
Good
night,
night,
everyone.
Anybody have any, are we still recording?